once again with Tim McCutcheon of Ashanti Gold. We didn't get in our last video to talk about the other country in West Africa where you operate, which is Ghana. So you actually have 2 assets in Ghana, and I'm sure you have a timeline of things that you want to accomplish down there.
Absolutely. So we'll start with the easy one first in terms of understanding it. We have 3 properties that we have an earn-in option from Kinross that are adjacent to Newmont's Achim mine, which produces about 400,000 ounces a year. What started out about 8 million ounce deposit. They now have 3 years of their original 8-year mine life, and they have a mill that eats actually 7 million tons of material a year. It's $1 billion operation.
Right.
Cost to build. So I met with the head of the Ghana operations there when I was last in country a month ago. And they're very aware of the fact that if you're a major mining company, the longer you can push out closing down a mine, the better, because the cost of that, it's all negative, right? I mean, so the further out you can push that, the economics look better always. So very simply, they need material to put into this 7 million ton per year plant. And they're running out of their own material, and we happen to be adjacent to their land package. And in fact, we were part of their land package up until 2003, when they farmed it out before they knew what they had. And we're within 10 kilometers of the mill.
Right.
And there's a federal road that goes right by our property and by their mill, because that's the road they used to get the mill there in the first place. So, we're in very, very good position there. The earn-in terms with Kinross are extremely light. It's $1 million over 2 years, and then we get 100%, and they keep a 2% NSR. And so the idea there really is simple. Newmont, you find ore and you get to buy it, and we'll be gladly take a commission on that. It makes it easy for them. It's easy for us. And right now, what we're doing is using our know-how in terms of understanding how the permitting process works, understanding how the licensing process works, to get the paperwork all finalized on these licenses. It takes a long time, but that's the way frankly, it takes a long time in Canada, let's be honest.
True.
But we're just getting it all done, and then once that's done, we'll move to the next phase, which is getting to work. The second project we have is Anumso, and Anumso is a conglomerate. So basically, it's like an old beach that's been mushed up and made into hard rock again.
Yes.
Okay. Ghana's famous for conglomerate projects. In fact, the biggest conglomerate project, one of the biggest in the world, is Tarkwa, and it's right south of us. And in fact, the rock is called Tarkwaian conglomerate, which is what we have.
Right.
We have 10 kilometers of Tarkwaian conglomerate sticking out at surface. And the key thing there is 2 kilometers of that is already in a historic resource. The resource is 250,000 ounces at 1.25 grams per ton. So our task is to show that this rock with this type of grade exists along the entire strike of 10 kilometers. You do the math on that, that's a 7-figure number. What's particularly interesting, though, is we've done a lot of soil sampling. We're following up with trenching now, which will come out, I would say, in about 4 to 6 weeks, is that it looks like a lot of the historic work that was done in the wrong place. Namely, what's happened is that the soil samples have shown that gold is also in the conglomerate, but it's also in the surrounding sandstone. So we have a much wider zone of mineralization.
Right.
We're going to demonstrate that additionally by doing trenching in not only the conglomerate, but in the surrounding sandstone, and then follow up with RC drilling later in the year.
So this is all just a matter of showing scale of what you've got.
All
just
about
demonstrate tonnage, because the majors that are right there are going to be interested in gold tonnage.
That's right. I mean, if you have the tonnage and you have a thing like conglomerate, which it's like
easy to mine, right there at surface,
it's
scoop
the icing
it
off a chocolate cake, right?
Yeah.
You can just sort of scoop it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the perfect type of thing for that part of the world.
So that's the plan in Ghana.
Yeah.
In Mali, we talked before about
right.
Kossanto and your plans there for showing mineralization in the 2 pods that you've got, perhaps in the other 4 that you haven't done work on yet. Altogether, I mean, a lot is going to happen with your projects this year,
right.
and my sense is the market should come to understand the potential of these projects better over the next 9 to 12 months.
The market always wants objective metrics. That's what they want, because otherwise,
what else do you do?
At a certain point, they want to say, okay, this is all great, I love the idea, but I want an actual number to benchmark. Those numbers are coming out this year.
Right, and that makes all the difference when you look at comparables in the region, peer companies who have those metrics and are trading at very different valuations.
That's right.
And so, that's an opportunity.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, thanks for the update.
Thank you. Thank you.